Hi there, the name's Nico, and today I'll be going over my thoughts on Adina. I had some hope reading the patch notes about her, but my hope was misled unfortunately. So let's get started. If you only want to know if she's good or not, she's terrible. Thanks for watching. But anyways, she's extremely hard to play optimally, and her reward for playing optimally is low. Her kit revolves around her passive. Her passive gives her different celestial signs, sun, moon, and star. Each one of these signs does a different effect per spell. You can also hold one of these signs and swap it with the sign at the front with R, and if you have two of the same sign in a row, it does a bonus effect. So to play her optimally, you want to use the right sign when you use a particular spell, and keep note of what order your signs are in, and when you can align two signs, and what two signs you should align. If this doesn't sound hard to you, then you are a lot better than I am. And then all the downfalls of her kit. Even though she relies heavily on these signs, the signs you get are completely RNG, so you may get 2 moons, 2 suns, and a star, or you can get 2 stars, 2 suns, and a moon. You can only get 2 of the same sign in one draw, and the order of these signs is random other than the fact that you cannot get 2 of the same sign in a row by redrawing. You have to manually switch the signs yourself with her ultimate. So you might need a moon at the end of your spell rotation, but you draw it at the beginning so you lose the fight. Another thing is that you won't regain your signs until you have used all of them, so you might enter a fight with only one sign, and you have to wait for your signs to refill. And now let's talk about what the signs do themselves. So if you watched my patch notes video, I said I was worried about the sun ability doing insane damage because it was 4% max HP per second over 3 seconds, meaning 12% max HP total. But what actually happened is that it's 4% over 3 seconds, so it's 66% less efficient than the patch notes said. So is it really worth using the sun? Sun will apply combust, or the max HP damage I just mentioned, on each spell. The moon will apply a stun, but the duration changes depending on what spell you use it on. And the star does a wide variety of effects depending on what spell you use it on. So let's look at the spells. First up is Q, or Luminary. This is basically a worse Ava Q. It throws projectile at your opponent the same way Ava does. Using the moon with Q provides a stun and a knockback, and using star with Q gives a slight movement speed boost if you walk in the trail of the comet. Well, let's look at the sun conjunct. This is when you combine 2 suns and cast Q. This spell is so slow that unless you stun your opponent with moon W first and are close to your opponent, you will never land it. You'll just walk to avoid it. Now your W is your best spell because you can set up a 1-second stun on your opponent if you use moon with the spell, but there are some niche cases where you might want to use star with W so you can become unstoppable to avoid your opponent's CC combo. Now for moon conjunct. So when you have 2 moons aligned and use W, it does still do the stun from just a single W, but it also does bonus damage after 1 second and slows the enemy. This is really good in your best conjunct, at least in solos in my opinion. So you generally want to hold onto moon if possible. And let's look at her E. This is a point and click ability where a celestial body descends onto the chosen target. Now they can just walk out of it, so ideally you want to use it after the moon conjunct W so they are slowed. Using moon with this stuns for 0.8 seconds, and using star E allows you to target an ally, including yourself, and healing them. Using star conjunct allows you to heal all allies within the radius based off your spell amp. This heal is pretty good and definitely better in team modes. At max E with 100% spell amp, you can heal people in the radius by 60 HP every 0.5 seconds for 4 seconds, which is a 480 HP heal. So in squads, you can heal for 1440 HP, which is pretty insane. And her passive is just really bad. You get a minor movement speed boost once you run out of celestial signs. Your next basic attack within 3 seconds does slow your enemy, but you only want to auto to activate this since she has no basic attack scaling. I would really like to see the decrease in RNG associated with her celestial signs, maybe like using the F key to redraw all your signs. And if you're out of combat, if they can refill the empty signs, or even just redraw all the signs if they don't want the chance to get 3 of the same sign drawn. I think if they increase the damage by a bit, that she'll be okay, but definitely not popular since she's extremely hard to play. But I am interested in seeing someone master her and use her kit to her full potential. Like, watching a good Celine player is a sight to see. What are your thoughts about Adina? Do you think I missed something? Let me know in the comments. I hope to see you at the next video.